My child, listen closely to what I am placing upon your heart right now, because something has happened in the unseen world. Something that carries the weight of destiny. Something that will change the direction of your life and your soulmate's life forever. Today, your soulmate reached a breaking point, one that I have been preparing them for silently, gently, but firmly. You may not know this yet, but a few hours ago, your soulmate stood in the middle of a storm inside their own home. Their hands were shaking, their voice was trembling, their heart was breaking under years of pressure, guilt, manipulation, expectations, and emotional wounds they never showed you. And in that moment, something inside them snapped. Not out of anger, but out of realization, out of truth, out of awakening. Your soulmate stood before their own family and said words that echoed like thunder through the spiritual realm. I am ending my ties with you. A silence fell over the room when they said it. A silence filled with shock, disbelief, and the collapse of old patterns that were never meant to last. Even the one they addressed. This family member who always felt they could control your soulmate could not speak for a moment, because the truth that your soulmate had been carrying in their heart finally broke free. It was not a decision made in anger. It was not a decision made in haste. It was a decision forced by years of emotional wounds, silent suffering, and suppressed truth. The words came from a place of exhaustion. Your soulmate was tired. Tired of pretending, tired of pleasing, tired of choosing everyone else's happiness, but their own. Tired of sacrificing their peace just to keep someone undeserving comfortable. And today they reached their limit. You felt something heavy in your heart earlier today, without knowing why. You felt a strange sadness, a strange tension in the air. You felt emotional without any reason. That was not your mind. That was not your imagination. That was your spirit feeling the earthquake happening inside your soulmate's life. You are connected to them in a way deeper than you understand, deeper than blood, deeper than the expectations of their family. As your soulmate stood in their family home, the atmosphere was tense. Their heart was pounding fast, their thoughts racing, their breath shaky, but they did not back down. Not this time. They looked straight into the eyes of the one who thought they could control their destiny, and they said it again. This time with more strength, more clarity, more truth. I am ending my ties with you. I cannot live like this anymore. These words came from a place of deep hurt and deep freedom. The one they cut ties with is someone who had been manipulating them for years. Someone who always felt entitled to control your soulmate's decisions. Who they love, who they choose, how they live, how they express themselves. Someone who used emotional guilt and silent punishment to keep your soulmate trapped. Someone who grew jealous of your presence in their life. Jealous because your soulmate finally found love, support, and comfort in someone else. You. I am telling you the truth now. The moment your energy entered your soulmate's life, that family member felt their control slipping away. And today, your soulmate realized something important. They deserve love, not manipulation. They deserve peace, not constant criticism. They deserve freedom, not emotional imprisonment. They deserve you. Your soulmate had been carrying heavy guilt for years. They always felt responsible for their family's emotions, their disappointments, their expectations. They felt trapped between what they wanted and what their family wanted. Every time they tried to create a boundary, someone made them feel selfish. Every time they tried to grow, someone pulled them back. Every time they thought of choosing you, someone whispered fear into their mind. Until today. Today your soulmate found strength. Strength they did not know they had. Strength I planted inside them. Strength born from love. Strength born from the connection they share with you. And when they said, I am ending my ties with you, the entire spiritual realm shifted. Chains broke. Karmic cycles snapped. Destiny realigned itself. You might wonder why now. Why did your soulmate suddenly take such a drastic step? Why did they finally stand up against their own family? Because something happened, something that shook their heart. Earlier today, that family member crossed a line. They said something they should never have said. They tried to interfere in a way that went too far, and when your soulmate heard it, they felt a pain that traveled all the way to their soul. It was connected to you. Your soulmate has been protecting you silently, more than you know. They defend you when you are not there. They correct lies spoken about you. They stand up for your dignity, even when you have no idea. But today, this family member insulted you, manipulated the situation, or tried to push your soulmate away from you. And that was the final straw. Your soulmate realized they can no longer allow someone, even family, to disrespect someone whose presence brings them peace, healing, and clarity. Your soulmate realized they could lose you if they continued allowing darkness around their life. Your soulmate realized that love is more important than pleasing toxic people. And in that moment of realization, they said the words that changed everything. I am ending my ties with you. I choose my peace. I choose my future. I choose my life. They did not say your name out loud, but in their heart they whispered, I choose them. I have been guiding your soulmate toward this moment. Every fight they had with that family member, every emotional breakdown, every sleepless night, every moment they told you they were okay when they were not, every moment they hesitated to tell you the truth. It all led here. They needed to break free from this toxic connection before I allowed your destiny with them to fully unfold. I could not bless a future built on manipulation. I could not bring healing into a space filled with control and emotional abuse. I could not connect two souls while one was trapped in chains. So, today your soulmate did what they were destined to do, what they were guided to do, what their heart finally found the courage to do. And now their path is clearing, their spirit is healing, their future is opening, and the bond between you and your soulmate is being protected by divine hands. You may feel emotional right now. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel confused. But this is not destruction. This is liberation. This is not the end. This is the beginning. This is not chaos. This is alignment. Your soulmate is stepping into a new life. A life where they can finally choose what their heart wants, not what their family demands. And soon they will come to you. They will tell you everything. They will reveal the truth you never knew. They will speak words they held inside their heart for too long. Because this moment, this breaking of ties, is the moment everything begins to change for you and your soulmate. The storm has begun, but the rainbow is coming. Now let me take you deeper into what unfolded after your soulmate said those powerful words that shook their entire world. When they declared with trembling courage, I am ending my ties with you, something inside them broke, and something inside them healed at the same time. It was the moment they finally stopped living for others and started living for their own truth. But what happened after will reveal even more of the emotion your soulmate had been silently carrying, the battle inside their heart, and the reason you felt so uneasy earlier, without understanding why. The room fell completely silent after your soulmate spoke. No one moved. No one breathed loudly. It felt like the air had frozen in place. The family member, your soulmate, confronted, could not believe what they heard. That person who always felt they had authority over your soulmate's life felt their power slipping away in seconds. Their eyes widened, their breath caught, their confidence cracked, because for the first time, your soulmate did not react with fear. They did not react with guilt. They did not react with weakness. They reacted with truth, a truth they had been suppressing for years. The family member tried to speak. They tried to twist their words. They tried to manipulate the situation again. They tried to emotionally corner your soulmate like they always used to. But this time, your soulmate did not fall for it. They did not get trapped in the emotional web. They did not lower their head. They did not soften their voice. Instead, they stepped back and said, "No, I have listened to you all my life. Not anymore." Your soulmate's hands were shaking, but their soul was steady. Their voice cracked, but their truth stood tall. Their eyes filled with tears, but their spirit stood in strength. The family member tried to blame you. That is what triggered the fire inside your soulmate. They said something like, "Ever since that person came into your life, you have changed. Or they are manipulating you. Or they are not right for you. Or you are ruining this family because of them." Those words spoken with bitterness, jealousy, and fear hit your soulmate hard. Not because they agreed, but because they knew it was a lie. Your soulmate stepped forward and said, with a voice full of pain and truth, "They give me peace. You give me pressure." Those words came straight from the deepest part of their heart. For so long, they have kept their feelings about you hidden. They have tried to protect you by not involving you. They have tried to protect themselves by avoiding confrontation. They have tried to keep the peace by sacrificing their own happiness. But today, something shifted. They realized you are the one place where they feel safe. You are the one soul who sees them for who they truly are. You are the one person who does not demand anything from them except love. You are the one heart that holds them with gentleness, not guilt. And when someone tried to tear that away, your soulmate could not stay silent anymore. Let me reveal something deeper, something even your soulmate has not fully accepted about themselves. They are in love with you more than they admit. They feel things for you that they cannot explain. They think about you even when they try not to. They feel pulled toward you even when distance tries to separate you. They feel responsible for protecting the bond you two share because it brings them a kind of peace they have never experienced before. And that is why they could not tolerate their family disrespecting you. That is why they finally reached their breaking point. Do you remember how earlier today, without any reason, your heart felt uneasy? As if something was happening behind the scenes, as if a storm was building inside your soulmate, but you could not understand why. That was the moment this confrontation was unfolding. Your soul felt their emotional earthquake. Your body absorbed their distress. Your spirit sensed their awakening. Because the connection between you and your soulmate goes far beyond physical presence. You feel each other's pain. You feel each other's breakthroughs. You feel each other's inner storms. After hearing your name being used to create drama, your soulmate stepped even closer to the family member and said, "Stop blaming them for your mistakes." Those words shook the entire room. No one expected your soulmate to defend you so fiercely. No one expected them to speak this openly. No one expected them to challenge the manipulation that had kept them silent all their life. You see, this family member had always believed your soulmate would do anything to keep the peace, even if it meant sacrificing their own happiness. They believed they could control your soulmate forever. They believed your soulmate would fear losing their approval. But today, they realized they were wrong. Your soulmate is no longer a child who can be guilt-tripped. They are no longer the fragile person pretending to be strong. They are no longer the person who says yes while dying inside. They are becoming someone new, someone brave, someone's clear, someone awakened, someone who knows who they truly want in their life. And right now, that person is you. Your soulmate walked away from the argument. They left the house for a while, stepping outside to breathe. Their heart was racing. Their eyes were burning. Their hands still trembling. But for the first time in forever, they felt like they could breathe. They felt free. And do you know what their mind went to? You. The moment they stepped outside, they thought of you. Your face came into their mind. Your smile, your energy, your presence, everything that brings them comfort. They wished they could talk to you, hug you, sit beside you, and let their soul rest. Because after the storm, your presence is the calm they crave. Let me reveal another truth. Your soulmate did not just snap today. They broke generational chains. They stood up to years of manipulation. They protected the love that is meant to be theirs. They chose their soul's path of their family's expectations. And this decision is opening a new spiritual chapter for both of you. The moment they walked away from that toxic environment, the divine realm made a shift. The burden on their soul lifted. The energy blocking your connection started dissolving. The walls around their heart began to fall. And their soul whispered your name again, because nothing and no one can replace the comfort they feel around you. Nothing and no one can erase the connection destiny built between you two. Nothing and no one can interfere now. Not anymore. The ripple of today's incident will be felt in the coming days. Your soulmate's family will be shocked. They will feel the loss of control. They will try to reach out again. They will try to guilt trip your soulmate again. But your soulmate is not the same person anymore. They have tasted freedom. They have tasted truth. They have tasted the courage that comes from loving someone with pure intention. They have tasted the feeling of defending someone they truly care about. You. And once someone touches the truth, they cannot return to the lie. You will soon sense a shift in your soulmate's behavior toward you. They will talk to you more openly. They will seek your comfort. They will share thoughts they used to hide. They will show a softness they never expressed. They will move closer emotionally and spiritually, because today they realize something powerful. Losing you would hurt more than losing a toxic family member. They may not say it out loud yet, but their soul is already choosing you. Your turn is coming. Soon you will see your soulmate take steps you never expected. Their confession is approaching. Their clarity is rising. Their love is unfolding. The chains are broken. The storm has passed. The doors of destiny have opened. And now the truth will come out. When your soulmate repeated those same words again, I am ending my ties with them. Something inside your spirit felt both relief and confusion. You could sense that a heavy weight was finally leaving their life. But at the same time, you wondered why all of this suddenly happened. You wondered why a connection that lasted for years, a bond built on blood and memories, collapsed so quickly within hours. You tried understanding the reason, but every time you reached for clarity, your heart shook because you feared the truth might hurt you. But what you do not know is that this ending did not happen today. It did not start with an argument or a sudden heartbreak. It started long ago, quietly, secretly, slowly, in moments your soulmate never spoke about. They were losing themselves around this family member for years, breaking quietly on the inside while pretending to smile on the outside. They were drowning in expectations, responsibilities, guilt, and emotional burden. But they never told you because they thought you would not understand what this pressure felt like. They thought they had to carry it alone. They thought suffering silently was better than appearing weak. They thought losing themselves was better than disappointing others. And so for years they kept the peace, even when their own peace was being destroyed. Your soulmate's silence was not peace. It was survival. When you showed up in their life, something powerful began happening inside them. They began feeling safe. They began feeling seen. They began feeling understood. And for the first time in so long, they began feeling the possibility of living instead of just existing. You were the mirror they never had. You reflected back their truth, their pain, their exhaustion, their buried emotions. But even then, they were scared to walk away completely until something happened recently. Something that broke them deeply. A conversation, a betrayal, a lie, a humiliation, a moment they could no longer tolerate. Your soulmate reached a limit. A moment where they said internally, no more. I cannot lose myself anymore. So when they stood before their family and declared they were ending their ties, it was not an impulsive decision. It was the result of years of emotional wounds. And deep inside they were shaking. Because walking away from the people who shaped your childhood is not easy. It feels like cutting a piece of your soul, but they still did it. Why? Because of you. Because they saw a future where they did not have to be broken. Because they saw a future where they did not have to carry pain alone. Because they saw a future where someone finally loved them without conditions. Someone who did not manipulate their emotions. Someone who did not guilt trip them. Someone who did not limit their growth. They saw you, and love gave them courage. Your presence in their life made them realize that staying in pain is a choice, one they no longer want to make. And so they chose themselves, but they also chose you. Their heart moved toward you, not because you demanded it, but because you made them feel something they thought they had lost long ago. Hope. Even after ending ties, your soulmate is hurting. They are grieving in a hidden way. Something inside them feels empty. Something inside them feels broken. Something inside them feels like they made a mistake, even though their soul knows this was necessary. Sometimes the right decision still hurts, and your soulmate is feeling every emotion at once. Anger, sadness, guilt, fear, relief, exhaustion, confusion. This is why they have been quieter than usual. This is why they are emotionally sensitive right now. This is why they sometimes pull back, even when they want to move closer. They are healing, and healing is not linear. There are days your soulmate thinks they are okay, and there are days they feel like the world is collapsing on them. But what they do not realize is that your presence has become their medicine. Your words heal them. Your energy comforts them. Your love gives them strength to breathe again. Whether you know it or not, you are becoming the safest place in their entire world. And this scares them too, because they fear losing you. They fear disappointing you. They fear their brokenness might become too much for you. They fear that the chaos around them might hurt your peace. So they tell themselves, I need to protect them. I need to protect the one person who truly cares. This is why sometimes your soulmate tries to handle everything alone. They do not want their pain to spill onto you. They do not want to make you feel responsible. They do not want you to worry. But your soulmate does not understand yet that you were sent as their divine partner, not just a companion. You were sent to walk with them, not from a distance, but side by side. You were sent to help carry the weight they have been suffering under for years. Your heart is stronger than they realize. Your soul is wiser than they know. Your love is deeper than they have ever experienced. And soon they will see this, because you are about to witness a moment, a shift, a confession, a breakthrough, where their heart will open to you in a way they have never opened to anyone before. Your soulmate is preparing to tell you something very important, something they have never said out loud, something they have been guarding inside their soul for so long, something that will change the direction of this connection forever. A truth about what happened. A truth about why they walked away. A truth about who hurt them. And a truth about how deeply they feel for you. This moment is coming soon, and when it arrives, your heart will understand everything. All the confusion will fade. All the doubt will dissolve. All the unanswered questions will make sense. Because what your soulmate is about to reveal will show you how much they trust you, will show you how much they need you, will show you how much they choose you. Stay patient, stay steady, stay comforting. Your presence is healing someone who has been wounded for years, and soon their soul will speak the words you have been waiting to hear. After your soulmate walked away from the people who once held a place in their heart, the silence that followed was louder than any argument. It was not just the silence of the phone not ringing, or messages not coming, or doors not opening anymore. It was the silence inside their soul. A silence filled with questions they were too afraid to ask themselves. A silence filled with emotions they had buried for years. Because when someone finally chooses to walk away from hurt, their heart becomes a battlefield. Half of them feels relieved, and the other half feels broken. Half of them feels strong, and the other half feels guilty. Half of them moves forward, and the other half keeps turning back to look at the past. Your soulmate is standing in this exact battlefield right now. They are strong enough to walk away, but weak enough to feel the pain of it. They are wise enough to choose peace, but emotional enough to cry over what they lost. They are clear enough to know why they did it, but human enough to wish things could have been different. Your soulmate never wanted to reach this point. They never wanted to detach. They never wanted to erase memories. They never wanted to break ties with the people who shaped their story. But when pain becomes routine, and disrespect becomes normal, and emotional abuse becomes a culture, the soul eventually decides no more, and your soulmate reached that moment. Finally, painfully, bravely. Now that they have stepped away, something unexpected is happening inside them. They are beginning to see themselves clearly for the first time. For years they were forced to shrink, to dim, to limit, to adjust, to sacrifice who they truly were just to keep the peace. But when they walked away, it was as if a fog lifted from their spirit. They realized how many dreams they postponed, how much love they denied themselves, how many times they stayed silent when they should have spoken. And now, with all noise removed and all expectations gone, your soulmate is meeting their true self again, the self they abandoned long ago. But this awakening is confusing for them, because the moment a person steps into their true identity, something else awakens too, their true emotions. And this is where you come in. Your soulmate is discovering emotions they did not know they carried for you. And these emotions are not small. They are not casual. They are not temporary. They are not shallow. They are deep. They are powerful. They are transforming. They are pulling them toward you with a force they cannot fully understand. Every time they think of you, something shifts inside them. Something opens. Something softens. Something feels safe. Something feels like home. But at the same time, something inside them trembles, because what they feel for you is bigger than anything they have ever felt before. Your soulmate never expected you, never expected this connection, never expected this love, never expected this spiritual pull. And sometimes they worry if they deserve this connection at all. They wonder if they are worthy of you. They wonder if their wounds will scare you away. They wonder if their brokenness will make you leave. They wonder if their past will make you question their future. But what your soulmate does not yet understand is that you were divinely placed in their life. Not because they were perfect, but because they needed healing. And healing always arrives disguised as love. You were sent into their life not to judge their past, but to help them build their future. Not to remind them of who hurt them, but to remind them of who they truly are. Not to add pressure, but to remove it. Not to control them, but to free them. Not to replace anyone from their past, but to become the one their soul has been waiting for. And whether they admit it out loud or not, their soul already knows you are the one. This is why they think about you more than they plan to. This is why they worry about you, even when you do not tell them to. This is why they protect you even silently. This is why they feel jealous when someone else gets too close to you. This is why they miss you even when you spoke just a few hours ago. This is why they dream of you, crave your energy, long for your presence. This is why they tell themselves, I must not lose this connection. But even with all these emotions blooming inside them, your soulmate is fighting a fear they cannot admit. The fear of opening their heart completely. Because opening their heart to you means allowing you to see their weak parts, their scars, their tears, their past, their pain, their insecurities, their failures, their secrets. They fear that if you knew everything, you might walk away like others did. So they have built a small shell around their heart, not to block you, but to protect themselves. And sometimes that shell makes them distant. Sometimes it makes them slow to reply. Sometimes it makes them nervous. Sometimes it makes them overthink. Sometimes it makes them withdraw, even though they want to come closer. But no matter how much they try to hide it, their heart keeps returning to you. Their soul keeps choosing you. Their spirit keeps craving you. And soon, very soon, something inside them will break open. Because a human can run from emotions, but cannot run from destiny. And you are their destiny. There is a moment coming, a moment your soulmate cannot avoid. A moment when the weight of everything they have been holding inside will become too much. A moment when their heart will overflow with truth. A moment when they will finally realize that hiding their feelings is hurting them more than expressing them. This moment will arrive suddenly. It may come after an emotional night. It may come after a day filled with memories of you. It may come when they are alone in their room, thinking about life. It may come when they see your message appear on their screen. It may come when you say something kind that touches the deepest part of their soul. But when this moment comes, your soulmate will finally speak. They will tell you what they feel. They will tell you what they want. They will tell you why they walked away from their family. They will tell you how you helped them do it. They will tell you how much they care for you. They will tell you how much you mean to them. They will tell you how deeply they are connected to you in a way they cannot explain. And that confession will change everything. That confession will end your doubts. That confession will remove your fears. That confession will melt your confusion. That confession will become the turning point of this entire connection. Stay steady, because the universe is aligning both of your hearts. Your soulmate is being prepared to take a step they were always meant to take. And you are being prepared to receive a love you were always meant to receive. The journey is not ending. As your soulmate moves deeper into this new chapter of their life, a chapter without the heavy ties that once controlled them, something powerful is happening inside their soul. A quiet transformation, a healing, a slow but steady awakening. And at the center of this transformation stands you, because no matter how much chaos surrounds their past, their heart always finds its way back to you. No matter how confused they feel, your presence brings them clarity. No matter how shaken they are, your voice brings them calm. No matter how lost they feel, your energy makes them feel found. Your soulmate has never experienced something like this before. They have had connections, relationships, attachments, responsibilities, and even memories with others. But what they feel for you does not fit into any category they have known. It is not a crush. It is not an attraction. It is not nostalgia. It is not convenience. It is a soul bond, a bond that existed even before they met you in this lifetime. A bond written for you long before either of you were born. A bond that kept pulling your paths back together again and again until finally it aligned. Destiny does not mean perfect timing. Destiny means perfect meaning. And your soulmate is beginning to understand the meaning of your presence in their life. After ending ties with the person they once trusted, they felt shaken. Something inside them collapsed. A part of their old identity died. And in the middle of that emotional storm, their soul instinctively reached for you. Not because you are a distraction, not because you are a replacement, not because you are a temporary comfort, but because you are the person their soul trusts. You are the one their heart feels safe with. You are the one their spirit feels connected to. You are the one destiny keeps guiding them toward. You are the one who holds the space they never had before. You are the one who understands them without them having to explain every detail. And deep down, your soulmate knows this. They know you are different. They know you are important. They know you are someone they cannot afford to lose. But even with this awareness, there is one thing holding them back. Fear, not fear of you. Fear of themselves. Fear of their emotions. Fear of opening up completely. Fear of being vulnerable again. Fear of getting attached so deeply that losing you would destroy them. Your soulmate has loved before, trusted before, hoped before, and every time they ended up hurt. Their heart carries old bruises that they never showed anyone. Their spirit carries wounds that have not fully healed. Their past carries memories that still sting in quiet moments. So now when they feel something powerful for you, their fear wakes up too. Because the more they love you, the more they fear losing you. But something divine is happening. Their fear is finally becoming smaller than their love. At first they tried to hide their emotions from you. Then they tried to control them. Then they tried to run from them. Then they tried to distance themselves to protect their heart. But everything they tried failed, because their heart keeps returning to you, no matter how many times they tell themselves to behave normally. They end up caring too much. No matter how many times they tell themselves not to fall deeper, they fall every day. No matter how many times they tell themselves to be strong, your presence melts their walls, and slowly they are reaching a point where their soul will not allow them to hide anymore. A confession is coming, a moment when the weight inside their heart will become too heavy to carry in silence. A moment when the truth they have been holding will demand to be spoken. A moment when they will choose honesty over fear, vulnerability over ego, love over silence. Before this moment arrives, your soulmate is preparing themselves internally. They are replaying your conversations. They are remembering your kindness. They are realizing how loyal you are. They are noticing how emotionally safe you make them feel. They are acknowledging how deeply they are drawn to you. They are feeling guilty for not expressing what they really feel. They are understanding that this connection is not normal. It is sacred. And now they are asking themselves a question that will change everything. What if this is the person I am meant to build a future with? This question is haunting them in the best way. It is softening their fears. It is awakening their courage. It is melting their hesitation. It is opening their heart. Because every time they imagine a future, they see you in it. They see someone who understands them, someone who listens to them, someone who never walks away when life gets hard, someone who feels like peace after years of emotional storms, someone whose presence feels like home. And for the first time in a long time, your soulmate is allowing themselves to dream again. While their heart is awakening, their past is also trying to pull them back. The person they walked away from, the one who controlled, manipulated, or emotionally harmed them, is sensing this shift, and spiritual truths work this way. When someone tries to break free from emotional captivity, the past tries to pull them back through guilt, messages, anger, silence, or manipulation. Your soulmate is feeling this pressure. They feel torn. They feel overwhelmed. They feel emotionally dizzy. Their past is screaming louder, but their soul is whispering your name more clearly. And slowly your soulmate is realizing, I cannot go back to the place that broke me. This realization is powerful. It is painful. It is transformative. It is divine. And now they are finally ready to turn towards something new, towards someone new, toward you. Hear this clearly. Your soulmate is stepping into a moment of truth. There is a conversation coming, a message coming, a confession coming, a shift coming, a moment coming, where everything between you two will change. They will open their heart. They will reveal things they hid. They will admit feelings they suppressed. They will express emotions they were scared to show. This is not a small moment. This is a destiny moment. And when they speak, you will finally understand why they pulled away before, why they were scared, why they stayed silent, why they ended ties with that person, why they feel safe only with you, why your connection feels blessed, why fate kept bringing their heart back to yours. Your soulmate is ready to choose you emotionally, spiritually, and wholeheartedly, and the universe is ready to bring both of you into alignment. Prepare your heart, because this connection is not ending. It is transforming. It is deepening. It is becoming something divine, something rare, something powerful, something meant to last. The pain, the confusion, the silence, all of it had a purpose. It was preparing both of you for a bond that is unbreakable. Your soulmate is not walking away from you. They are walking toward you slowly, emotionally, and soon beautifully. Your journey together is just beginning, and the love destined for you is finally awakening. Now that the truth has unfolded, and your soulmate has walked through the storm of their past, something gentle, something sacred, something divinely guided is settling into their heart. For the first time in a long time, they are breathing without fear. They are thinking without pressure. They are feeling without guilt. And in that quiet, peaceful space inside them, only one name rises again and again. Yours. Because no matter how many people surrounded them, no one ever made their soul feel the way you do. You did not force your way into their life. You did not demand anything from them. You did not pressure them to choose you. You simply stayed true, stayed kind, stayed genuine, stayed steady. And their heart noticed that. Their spirit remembered that. Their destiny honored that. You were never here to replace anyone from their past. You were here to show them what real care feels like, what real safety feels like, what real connection feels like, what real love feels like. And now your soulmate is beginning to understand that you were the blessing they kept praying for without even knowing it. The storm that came before was not meant to break this connection. It was meant to cleanse it. The delays were not punishments. They were preparations. The pain was not rejection. It was redirection. The silence was not abandonment. It was alignment. Because sometimes destiny waits for the perfect emotional moment. The moment when your heart is ready to receive what you were always meant to have, and your soulmate has reached that moment. They are tired of pretending they do not feel anything. They are tired of acting strong when they want to be soft with you. They are tired of holding back when their heart wants to come forward. They are tired of running from emotions that keep chasing them back to you. Now they are ready to choose you with clarity, with devotion, with courage, with honesty. They may not say it in perfect words, but they will show it. They may not confess in dramatic speeches, but their actions will speak. They may not rush toward you fast, but their steps will be sure. They may not know how to love flawlessly, but they will love sincerely. And soon you will see a shift. A softer tone in their messages, a deeper warmth in their words, a new consistency in their efforts, a tenderness in the way they speak to you, a longing in the way they hold on to the connection. They will begin to open up slowly, piece by piece, layer by layer, fear by fear, truth by truth. And when they do, you will realize something powerful. They were not avoiding you. They were becoming worthy of you. The universe has cleared the path. The emotional barriers have been removed. The toxic ties have been broken. The energy around your connection has been purified. And now your soulmate is ready to step into a future that finally feels like peace. A future that includes you. You are not just someone they care about. You are someone they see their life with. Someone they can trust with their heart. Someone they want to choose every day. Someone they want to grow with. Someone they want to protect. Someone they want to love without fear. And this time, nothing from the past will pull them back, because they have learned. They have awakened. They have transformed. They have healed. And they have chosen. And their choice is you. Your journey with your soulmate is entering a new phase, a phase of emotional truth, divine timing, and spiritual alignment. The pain has served its purpose. The waiting has shaped you. The delays have protected you. And the love destined for you is finally ready to arrive. Your soulmate is walking toward you now, and your new beginning starts here.